In this video, I'm going to be going through the 20 most unusual boots and boxes, and we're going to start things off with these boots and this box. And as you can see, it's already a bit unusual because this one came as a special release to us with these lights that light up at the bottom. These three pieces, you've got this plastic disc that you just drop in the right spot in the middle here. You can see this is a Mizuno box. Then there's this kind of black bit of piping almost that sits in the middle. Now the reason you need these two things is to take this heavy blue disc and you drop this into the middle. And this is where it starts to get just a little bit interesting, because you can see it is floating in the middle there. So if I pull off the tubing, take away the disc, and you've got a floating magnetic levitation display. And what we're going to do is we're going to take these boots and we're going to drop them on top. Now, these boots are part of the Rumbird Revolution pack. They were kind of the big release for Mizuno, and the concept here is a display to show them off. So as you can see, you can put your hand underneath, you can put anything underneath, and away they go. Now, the other thing they sent us with this is a little bit of AstroTurf as well. So depending on what you want to do, it's got little cutouts in it. As you can see, you can slide that underneath as well, and you can float your boots on top. Now, for the purposes of this demonstration, I'm going to show you these Mizuno Morelia Neo Beta 3s, and we're going to drop them on. Now, they're a pretty light boot anyway. They're one of the lightweight leather boots. Absolute incredible release from Mizuno, but even more incredible when you see them floating on this display. So, what a way to start our top 20. Number 19 is another incredible box. This thing looks like an egg. It's like a dinosaur egg. Well, the concept is it's a dragon egg. So inside you've got these boots. These are the animal predators. Although to me they're like dragons. It has that like scale of a dragon on it. It's got the demon skin with the red and the black colors coming through it. It's got a really sharp sole plate as well. And there you can see on the upper that kind of scale effect. Now, interestingly, this upper is leather. Yeah, so a leather predator with laceless. So it's a combination of fusion skin and demon skin put together. One thing I'd really like to see in 2021 is a fusion skin leather predator in a low version with the laces. It would be so cool to see that. But yeah, I mean, these are just stunning. They were a limited release. They came in those eggs. That was the box that you get your boots in. And they even went to the effort of adding the scale effect to that laceless area as well, even up into the collar you can see there. And I just think these are incredible. So they're number 19 in the list. In at number 18, we've turned out the lights to show you these. I love these a lot. So they're part of a pack from New Balance, and they glow in the dark, and they will get charged up when you wear them on pitch, and then when it gets dark, they'll pop out. So nice indeed. These are the Furons. The Tekelas were available as well, and you can just see the New Balance at the toe of these. We've used a UV light so they really pop out, but one of the most unusual releases for me for the year. Really nice detailing in the sock liner of those as well, actually. Now, these are not a release from this year, but they are a pair of boots that I got my hands on this year, and I have to include them in this lineup because they are definitely unusual. They are the Evo Power 1.2s. These were the Power release. They had so much kind of cartoon graphic type stuff on them. It's a bit like an old school Batman comic or something. You got the Pow and the Bam. And then all over the upper looks very similar to the box that you can see there, and then the combination of the blue, and it's clownfish orange, I think, is the color that Puma call those. But I'm excited to see some crazy colorways from Puma in 2021, hopefully with the futures and the ultras. Let's see what they can do with those. But these were just incredible. We had the Everfit cage on the side there. Pow, that's where you're supposed to strike the ball with these. They're Evo Powers. A really nice fit. Kind of Balotelli was one of the main players for these at that time when these came out, and overall I just love these boots. I think they look great. That's why they've managed to make it into this list. But let's get back onto releases from the recent times. And so number 16, we are looking at these. These are the Human Race Predators, so designed by Pharrell, worn by Pogba. And so Pharrell, the Human Race stuff. They also brought out the shirts and stuff. So Bayern, Juve, Man United, and one other team I think had those shirts. Let me know in the comments if you know who that was. But anyway, they've gone with the Accelerator, one of Pogba's favourite boots, and it's kind of, it isn't just a one-for-one look, it's got like a cartoony kind of vibe to it, like a graffiti almost vibe, Accelerator, and these I think are incredible. Another great Predator that we've got in this list. Alright, we're switching to Puma and we're looking at the futures, and these are a really interesting release. They're definitely unusual. They were brought out at the end of October, and you can see the sticker on the box, so you can also look into the gaps on the boot, you can see a kind of, well, how do you describe it? Like a marbled effect almost to the sole, which is kind of cool. But look at those eyes that are popping out of these. These are the Puma Fear Pack boots, a combination. There's an Ultra as well in the purple. They came out for Halloween, and I love the way that they've managed to get those eyes popping out on these. They were only really kind of out on sale in October. It only really makes sense around Halloween for me, but I think these are a cool pair of boots. I do like the purple on those. All right, number 14 in the list, and we're back to another pair of boots. As you can see from the box, worn by Paul Pogba. It'll be interesting to see what boots he gets in 2021 with the new Predators. Will he see a Season 8? These are Season 7 of the Pogba Predators, and they have that feel of like a luxury bit of luggage or a bag or something. You got those gold PP logos on there. So on the box they're in white, but on the boot they're in gold. Overall, this is really just a black boot. The demon skin is black, the upper is black, collar is black, but it's just those white 3 stripes that pop out on there, really sharp indeed. Then you've got the gold Paul Pogba logos, and the only thing is if you put your foot in there, you do get a bit of that white sticking through in that kind of on top of your foot area. Aside from that, even the sole plate is quite understated, but by the time you put those PP logos on these, it just changes them. All right, 13 in this list, and here we go. We've got a shoehorn. So what is in the box? Well, these are definitely unusual. We are looking at the New Balance Tekelas. So it's got quite a few different things going on. It's got this chrome sole plate. It's got this interesting design, which actually they take from the sole plate and use on the upper as well. And these are laceless boots from New Balance. So we've got the Umbro Medusas, which are laceless, and you've got the Copas, which are laceless, and you've got the Predators, and well, all the Adidas boots I suppose are laceless. But interesting to see a laceless boot and the Tekela. Even interesting to hear that Ramos was perhaps trying these out and gave these a go. He was seen wearing these in a blackout. He hasn't been seen wearing these on pitch. The only real person who really wears the Tekelas is Lavelle Rose at Manchester City. I think she's at now, the American international. She's a key player for New Balance with those. But yeah, just an interesting release. Let me know what you think about these. Would you wear these from New Balance? They've had a few other colorways. There was the blue ones that I recall. But yeah, like even that kind of strike zone on those, a bit like the Eva Powers. It's just got that kind of a little bit of texture in there, which is a bit different. All right, so number 12. And thanks to our very good friend Cam at Power and Precision. Check him out on Instagram, Power and Precision. If you want to see free kicks, stunning goals, good videos on Instagram, then he is definitely the guy to follow. He also gets his hands on some good releases from some of the brands, and what he has got here is a big old box inside presentation case, and you can see that they are blue and white boots. So any guesses whose boots they are? They are for a particular player. They are for a player, Sergio Aguero. All right, so they're Manchester City kit inspired, and the reason he got these, I believe, was to do with the number of hat-tricks that Aguero had scored. So it's a celebration boot from Puma tied into hat-tricks. These are the Puma 1s, which have subsequently been replaced by the Puma Ultras, but these are very, very limited. I really don't know how many people got their hands on these, but all to do with the hat-tricks scored by Aguero. So a nice kind of little tie, something not everyone would think about. All right, another big Argentinian player. We are looking at number 11. Out of the box come these. These are the Journey boots. So they're inspired by Lionel Messi's journey from Rosario to Barcelona, including lots of things about Messi and those places. So it has a kind of street graffiti inspired upper, and it has a lot of sayings and stuff tied into Messi, places he's been. It has his number 10. And these are the Nemesis 19.1s. So the lace Nemesis that is preferred by Messi. And yeah, I think these are kind of crazy good, really. A lot of street art. Let me know what you think about these in the comments. I think on the other boot it has a big 10 and then a massive like Leo. It'll be interesting to see what we get in 2021 for Messi. What are we going to get with the Nemesis? Is there going to be another release for Messi, his Messi Nemesis? We will find out soon. All right, we've already got to the top 10. And talking about unusual boots, these have got a massive scorpion logo on the side of them. These are based on the Secret Tournament from 2002, the advert, and they are the Phantom GTs. I really like the sole plate on these. I like that nice little touch of that Scorpion logo at the front. They've also got that on the side as well, and then these have got the Phantom GT upper as normal. There hasn't been too many Phantom GTs yet. These were the only special editions we've seen. It is a silvery chrome upper, and it has that Scorpion logo on the side. As I said, the other color that they've tied in with this silver chrome is that black and yellow, that kind of hazard from the cage in the Nike advert from 2002. You can also see that yellow used on the sock liner, and then also the Scorpion graphic is there as well. These probably one of my favorite releases of the last 12 months. Alright, thanks to Boot Collector, we are now looking at these. These are another interesting release. They are the Ruben Dangor Predators. Now, art and diversity is the whole tie-in here. You've got 7 different ways of kind of making a greeting. So you've got the love heart symbol, you've got the fist bump, you've got shaking hands, you've got all sorts of different combinations on the boot, tied in different colours. I think these would probably have come out just before the Euros if that had happened last year. It didn't, but they are definitely a very interesting boot to look at. A very nice sole plate on these as well. And interesting that we've got another Predator in this lineup. There's been a lot of Predators released, but these are unusual. They are really kind of unique to look at, and an interesting collab from Adidas to tie in with the artist. He's known especially on Instagram for some of the things he's done. But guys, let me know what you think about these in the comments. Let me know if you think I've missed out any unusual boots as well. We're going down memory lane now, and thanks to Boots Mania, we are looking at these 50 memory lanes, and they look like the boots that came out in and around kind of the 2014 time. They, in fact, are Marcelo's favourite Adizero F50s, but they've been remade with the X-Ghosted sole plate. So you've got the upper of the pink-blue kind of F50 of the time, but then tied in with this X-Ghosted sole plate. It has that carbon fibre at the front, and these are just like stunning, really. One of the best remakes I think we saw in the last 12 months. Really nice. Alright, we're going back to Predators again, if you can believe it. There's more to show you, and these ones are definitely unusual, and they kind of slipped under the radar a little bit, because in theory these would have been the boots that we would have seen at Euro 2020. They would have been the boots that Pogba and all those big name players would have been wearing at the tournament, but in fact we didn't really get to see them worn that much because players weren't playing in the summer due to COVID. But yeah, Pogba would have been in them. These are the Uniforia pack boots. Now, I think the Adidas Uniforia ball that will still be used at Euro 2020 in 2021, if it does happen, will actually have these colours into it, and yeah, they're quite unusual, really stand out on pitch. Let me know, guys, would you wear these on pitch yourself, or are they a bit too much? There's a lot of other Predator options out there. I think these are perhaps a little bit too much for me. I think the combination of the red and the yellow doesn't necessarily work. Alright, as you can see, the fastest football boot, the lightest football boot. It's a combination between an electric car and a football boot. We are looking at the Ultra SL. They are limited edition. There are only 412 pairs of these made, and these are the Rimac SLs. They are ridiculously light. Now, these were like a size 8.5, and the box is so small as well. That's the one thing that stood out for me. It was a really tiny boot box, but you can see there's not very much to the upper on these at all. They're inspired by the Everspeed SL, but with the new Ultra kind of paired into that as well. Now, the one player who wore these was Antoine Griezmann. He was a big flagship wearer of them, and I'm hoping that we're going to see some more Ultra SLs in 2021. Alright, something else I want to see more of in 21 is Nike re-releases and special editions, and as you can see from this box, these are the Safari editions. Now, we've got the Vapors here. They were also available in the Superfly. These were the CR7 Safaris, so they're pretty much a remake of the original release that was for CR7, but made on the Vapor 13s and the Superfly 7s. The bag has got that Safari print on it, and so has the boot. Ronaldo himself wore the Superfly version. No players, I don't think, actually wore these, but the cool thing with these is the silhouette of these matches to the silhouette of the original Superfly that didn't used to have a collar when it came out, and Ronaldo was wearing them at that time. And I think these are just absolutely stunning boots. I love these, and it'll be interesting to see what else we see from Nike in 2021 with more remakes and stuff based on that. Will we see another kind of Ronaldo throwback boot? We'll have to wait and see. Hopefully we do. Alright, number 4 already. We're getting close to our top 3. And in at number 4, thanks to the Boot Collector, we are looking at these Korea-inspired boots. And they tie in with the South Korean national football team shirt. So, Absolutely stunning. The bag starts it off. The boot, look at that. Look at the swoosh. We've got that flash swoosh on there. And the color switches from one color at one end to the other. You've got this kind of tiger print going on with these. You've got really nice branding on the heel. And it's nice with the white collar on these. I think that goes quite nicely. You could also get these in a vapor version as well. But that tiger print that goes across the upper. And then even those little touches of adding it to the laces as well. And then look at the box there as well. These are just an incredible boot. All right. Into the top 3, talking about incredible boots. These are unusual as well. I mean, this is what this video is all about, is unusual boots and boxes. These unusual boots have got such a cool upper on them, and I'm really excited to see what Adidas are going to do with these in 2021. What else can they do with the X-Ghosted line? I love the sole plate. It goes from the red at the front to the silver at the back, and then they've got the Peregrine Falcon, the world's fastest animal, on the upper of the boot. It reminds you of kind of the Yamamoto releases in the F50s from years gone by, but these just look so good. If you were a fast player and you could get away with wearing these, then you would look so good on pitch with them. But equally, just for collecting and looking at, these are a stunning release. As I say, one of my favorite boots. I'm going to say that about everything that's coming up, I think. Yep, these are one of my favorite boots as well. The Sancho Superflies. Thanks to Boot Collector again. These were a really interesting release. They came out, nobody was necessarily expecting it. The upper, you're not expecting that, are you, either? But it's just got so much stuff going on. I think there was a tie-in with Nando's. That's got a bit to do with the street sign and graffiti and megs as in nutmegs. You got the Sancho sauce. It's got the vibes. It's got that sole plate, which is incredible. The blues and the reds, like they are so unusual. They're so good. All right, my number 1 most unusual boot of the year is going to go to these. Thanks again to Bootsmania for helping us out with an unboxing of these. Guys, if you haven't seen these already, or if you have seen them already, you're going to know that they've got 2 different things going on with these boots. They are the F50 memory lanes from Unisport, and I love these. They're a combination of the Crazy Light boots, but also the Chameleon F50s that Messi wore. So the Crazy Lights, they were the ones worn by Gareth Bale, and they've mashed them together for one boot. Guys, I love those. Tell me which boots you love. Thanks for watching. Go enjoy your football.